You want extra. Is this even legal? And take a look at that. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to anybody that's new in Griddle Nation. French toast. I don't make it very cold winter day, by the way. You can griddle in the cold. I don't make French toast very often, a couple times a year, but it's time. I want to show you how to make French toast on the griddle, show you how easy it is. It's delicious. It's decadent French toast on the Blackstone Griddle. French toast, growing up, my mother made it really simply with white sandwich bread. When I got my Blackstone Griddle, I realized there's a lot more to it. Brioche bread, all kinds of these great bakery fresh breads that have lots of egg in them. Just look how rich that is. Brioche is probably my #1 recommendation. Look at that, beautiful. Right from the bakery parchment paper. And a recommendation would be if you can get the bread uncut, that's the way to go. That way you can do nice, thick slices of French toast. Why make it thin when you could make a big stack of thick, decadent French toast? Just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Gonna set that aside and we could make our French toast batter. Eggs. I like to use 1 egg per thick slice of French toast. Better to have too much batter and throw a little bit away than to have 2 or 3 pieces of brioche left and you're out of batter. Get cracking. Coffee creamer, you can use this kind, which is probably a little better. You can use the Coffee Mate, all those kinds that have a lot more ingredients, or you can use heavy whipping cream. I've used that as well. But today we have the Natural Bliss real milk and cream. I eyeball it. I like to put about an equal part creamer for how much egg I have in there. Something like that. Cinnamon. I throw cinnamon in there. Nutmeg if I'm doing a fall or a festive type of French toast. I'll throw natural vanilla flavoring, almond flavoring as well. Just give you a few options. A little bit of cinnamon. Break those eggs up, and then we can take a look at our batter. Still rocking that Blackstone Bronco 28-inch XL griddle smoker combo. Almost a year in, and I love it. If you want to see more videos, me cooking on this, just go back in my archive over the last year, and I think 9 out of every 10 videos that we filmed here on the back porch on this griddle. I'm gonna go down to about medium low. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my container. I like to use a big container. Here's a recommendation for you. A big one where you can put 3 or 4 pieces of French toast side by side. But because everything is dispersed, it's kind of thin, I think we're gonna crack a 4th egg. Totally messing up what I told you earlier, right? 1 egg per toast. A little, hey, didn't I mention though? A little extra batter wouldn't hurt. So we'll just pretend like we're making enough for 4. If you're new to my videos, this is what my griddle looked like when I lifted the hood and turned it on today. So a nice coating of oil. My recommendation, if your griddle top is dried out, you just put down a little bit of your cooking oil, that's avocado oil, and always start your cooks like this. A nice thin coating of your cooking oil, and that's what's gonna help to keep that seasoning looking perfect. Just be careful. It's a hot griddle top. You can use tongs or heat-resistant gloves. My griddle top is heating up. I'm gonna come down below, knock that temperature down a little bit lower. It's really hard to give you an exact temperature for cooking pancakes, crepes, and French toast. You want the batter to cook, but you don't want it to burn, right? And once it burns, you can't go back. And if you put it on there and the batter just spills all over the place and it doesn't start cooking, you can't really go up quickly enough. If you're new, you might need to practice. Just get some pancake batter. Eventually, you'll get a feel to it, and you'll kind of know what it feels like. Like, ooh, you know, I can cook a pancake on there. Otherwise, if you really need a surface temperature, which I do not do, probably 375, 400 degrees, maybe somewhere in there, not too hot. Gonna grab 3 slices of that thick brioche. See, that's why I like using a big container. We can soak these in there at the same time, give them a flip with a fork, and I'll actually give them a few flips because I wanna make sure that all the edges get really nice coverage with that batter. so we have that flavor all over the place. Gonna grab some of that Irish butter. We've been loving this stuff over the last year. Some Irish butter. Grab those thick slices of brioche. Give it a few seconds to drain the excess batter off, and then straight down in that butter. Try to get them on there as quickly as possible so you don't have varying cooking times. And the first few seconds are very important. You want to grab your spatula and immediately go in there just to make sure you're not burning at the beginning. I can see that we're good. We're not burning right away, but we're cooking really, really good. In 30 seconds, you can see we are already looking really good. 30 seconds in. So check frequently. We want good color, but you don't want to burn it. When you're cooking French toast, crepes, pancakes, just keep an eye on it. You don't want to run into the house. You don't want to walk away from the griddle. 45 seconds, maybe a minute in, I think we can go in and give it a flip. Look at that. Really good color from the get-go. We can flip that back later if we have to, but you can see really nice yellow. You got a little bit of brown in there, golden colors, golden accents. When you're cooking the French toast, you're not cooking it to a particular temperature. You just want the eggs to not be runny anymore. You want them to start to cook so you can taste bread, and you don't want it to be soggy. I'll go in there and we'll check the bottom half, which already has pretty nice color. I would say that needs another 30, 45 seconds on the bottom. Continue checking that bottom, which looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead, give that an extra flip, just to make sure that both sides, oh, that looks really nice. Make sure both sides look really nice. That looks exceptional. If you want to, you can even grab your French toast and set it up on edge like this. That is really thick, and if you wanna make sure that that big wide bottom edge and top edge are cooked, 10, 15 seconds like that, up against the side of the griddle, and then we'll flip it over and we'll do 10, 15 seconds like that. Look at that, perfect. Use the flat side or the flat back of the griddle to your advantage when you're doing stuff like that. And you can do it all the way around if you want to. Check that out. Make sure that every edge gets perfectly cooked. Since I have mine stacked in the corner, getting all those edges cooked. By the way, look at that, look at that. Look how amazing that looks. We're gonna go ahead and lay them down, pick them up and plate them up, line them up. Look at that, that piece looks so beautiful. I hate to cover it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one right there on the end. Let's clean that griddle. As you can see, French toast, there's really no mess. Grab your griddle scraper, and if you're new to griddling, I say the word scraping very lightly. We're not digging in there. We're not sanding the top off. Work really hard to get that nice seasoned top. So a light skim, and we're gonna move all that gunk, all the butter and the crumbs back there into the grease cup. Grab your paper towels, just like we did when we started. Gonna wipe that thing clean. Grab whatever cooking oil you're using. I highly recommend avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil, which is getting frozen out here. And then rub it in really, really thin. High heat always for cleaning. Then we can turn it off. We have a beautiful seasoned griddle that's ready to pack away for the night or ready for the next recipe. A couple things that I didn't mention: high heat for sure. You always want to clean your griddle on high heat, because my theory is that cold grease solidifies, so high heat is easier to clean. Just be careful, like I said earlier. And then also, you never want to cook French toast, crepes, or pancakes, kind of lump all three of those together as your first cook. If you are new to griddling, don't ever cook anything with batter as your first cook. And you've seasoned it, you use the Blackstone conditioner, your oil, whatever, seasoned it several times, and then you've cooked a bunch of messy things: stir fry, hash browns, onions, all kinds of greasy, crazy things before your griddle top is completely seasoned, and then it'll be non-stick. If you try to cook French toast with your griddle straight out of the box, it's gonna get nasty. Organic raspberries that we picked up when we were shopping this week. Pure maple syrup. It is the good stuff. This is from Maine. It's dark. Maple syrup, please, please, please. I don't work for like the United States Council for maple syrup or anything, but use the good stuff. Don't use the fake stuff. Please, the good stuff. There is nothing like pure maple syrup. It's gonna cost you more, but there's a reason why the junky stuff made out of high fructose corn syrup, the fake stuff, is so cheap, because it's not real. Oh my goodness. A little bit of powdered sugar on top, and take a look at that. Just a few ingredients. We used raspberries. You could use blueberries. I've done it with cherries before, for crying out loud. We've done pumpkin spice. We've done peppermint. I've done it with eggnog. Let's give it a try. I have my eye on this piece right down here. Grab a raspberry. Grab that piece of French toast. Make sure I get extra maple syrup, not just the minimum. You want extra. Let's give it a try. What if my second bite was actually 2 bites in the same bite? Is this even legal? So delicious. I'll get this recipe. I don't know what I'll call it. Maybe like simple French toast, something like that. Simple or easy French toast. I'll get this recipe up at blackstoneproducts.com. I also have a number of my other French toast videos up there as well, so check them out. And pancake videos as well, flapjacks. We got them all. Thanks for watching, everybody. I sure do appreciate it. Make sure you're watching all my friends on the Blackstone Network. Check this out. Until next time, this is Todd. I'm saying praise the Lord and pass the French toast.